They called themselves the Fighting Brutality and Impunity Movement, FBI for short, a name that echoes both defiance and Hollywood fantasy.
College, we are taught tulifunzwa hii bunduki ni ya protect life ya mwananchi.
But while they saw themselves as vigilantes in the war on police abuse, Kenyan security agencies saw something else entirely. A budding militia draped in camo and drenched in danger.
Watch me now, hey, hey, hey. Style them lost. Oh. Them a pre but can't keep up with the boss. No. Fresh to me crib, gyal a scream when me pass. Them a try clone, but a real them a mass. Hey. Style them lost. Lyrics a chop like me voice off a blast. But from me born, me no need for wear cross. Me no take talk, me a walk with me class.
At the center of this bold but bungled rebellion is Patrick Osoi, a former US Army officer turned Kenyan presidential hopeful, whose resume reportedly also includes time in Kenya's own military ranks. Alongside him stood Jackson Kuria Kihara, better known as Cop Shakur, a former prison warden with a flair for revolutionary branding, and Hiram, a police officer unafraid of speaking truth to uniformed power.
Badness, but me cool like breeze. Every rhythm me touch get bun like trees. Me no beg friend, me no run down lights. Real ghetto youth still a shine like lights.
Together, they stepped in front of the camera clad in tactical gears, voices full of conviction, urging former and current officers to join their cause, a movement they claimed to end brutality from within the ranks.
Is that you should never ever take commands that are unlawful. And in any case, if there is any officer, like you've seen, we are in conjunction right now, we are collaborating with Cop Shakul, we are collaborating with Avande Kimanthi, in a manner that any officer that will be dismissed from service due to circumstances of following or not following unlawful command, therefore, we are going to embrace them as a community, and we are going to reinstate them in the next year as we conduct our nation. So ladies and gentlemen, our officers in uniform, because you're not the enemy.
For a moment, they had the optics of a renegade dream team. Then they posed with guns on social media.
Can't touch this original things in. Stepping at the place and the vibes turn up. Any pa me table, gyal a bubble non-stop. Me chain them real, no chipping, no rust. Me talk them sharp like me barber brush. Them say me have you right, me proud. Me work for the crown, now me talk it loud.
College, we are taught tulifunzwa hii bunduki ni ya kuprotect life ya mwananchi. Ni ya kuprotect Mkenya, si ya kuua mtoto, si ya kuua mtoto wa 17 years, si ya kuua mtoto wa 12 years vile Ruto anatumia polisi kufanya. So this is a message to all the uniformed officers out there. You are given this weapon to protect, not to kill. Yeah.
In what may go down as one of the most self-incriminating publicity stunts of the year, the trio shared a photo and videos showing both of them holding pistols, with Osoi, ever the leading man, brandishing a CZ Brand 2 assault rifle, a high-grade weapon meant strictly for military use.
From jam down straight to uptown, the girl them love how they cheat.
The moment the shutter clicked, so did the cuffs of legality. To the police, this was no longer an activist squad. It was an unarmed cell flirting with insurgency. The photos weren't evidence of reformist bravado. They were, in the words of investigators, a militia manifesto.
From jam down straight to uptown, the girl them love how the G hold it down. Them say me full of badness, but me cool like breeze. Every rhythm me touch get bun.
You see, under Kenya's firearm acts, such weapons are off limits to civilians. Semi-automatic and automatic rifles are not trophies to be flaunted in videos or photos, especially not with matching outfits, military precisions, and hashtags. And so, the state's detective came knocking.
Identify yourself. They want to arrest me. I'm here in Kawa Lokot. Nimekuja kotini to stand with my friend. The only thing I'm having here is a Kenyan flag. They can't
yourself. Identify yourself. Yes. Nimeona. What am I being arrested for? What am I being arrested for?
When we get to the office.
Okay, let me. Okay.
Actually, they came roaring in trademark Subaru's chase mode. Witnesses say Osoi was arrested like a high-value terror suspect, whisked away, no time for speeches, no time to upload the next video.
There's no utterance that you'll find that will be criminalized under the penal code in any manner whatsoever.
By the next day, Osoi was paraded at the Kahawa Law Courts, a courtroom typically reserved for suspects accused of terrorism. And that was no mistake. He now faces charges under the Prevention of Terrorism Act 2012 and for possessing a firearm without a license.
They say they are looking for 2 other people, and upon arrest of those 2, then they will actually prefer charges. And I think that is one of the reasons why they are insisting that they still have to keep my client in custody.
He is currently cooling his boots at Muthaiga police station, awaiting a ruling on whether the state will continue holding him past July 31st, 2025. But the state's dragnet didn't stop with the wannabe commander-in-chief. Cop Shakur, the beret-loving former cop, was also arrested right outside the courtroom where he had gone to support Osoi. In his possession was a bright red beret with the FBI insignia.
I'm not under arrest. If you tell me what's my mistake, I'm from court. So you tell me if there is an arrest warrant. You tell me if there is an arrest warrant. I'm not opening anything. Not opening. Unless you tell me my mistake. I have the right to be told. I have the right to be told my mistake. Nimefanya makosa gani? I'm here in court. I've
And what of Hiram, the active duty officer who has made a name railing against the very institution he still serves? He is still out in the wild for now. And the police remain tight-lipped, but insiders say the silence may not last.
Politically, Kenyans have a right to determine their leaders and their leadership. And that is a constitutional right and mandate that Kenyans exercise after every 5 years.
The irony of this entire saga is that a movement that claimed to fight impunity is now facing the full brunt of the law, possibly the harshest form. Whether this was a genuine call for justice or just cosplay with consequences, one thing remains clear. In this country, you don't flash military weapons on Instagrams and expect the state to like and subscribe, especially not in tactical gears.